Back and forth between Manhattan and the Borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Craig Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. Well, another Kevin, Kevin Durant, is just as dedicated to his craft as you are at yours, but it's off the court where he says he's been on a search, pushing my limits, the flow of life, the people I meet, the environment I want to live in. All that stuff fulfills me more than anything. Kevin, the game of basketball opens so many doors for him to search.
It does indeed. Thanks, David. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebound.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Lonzo Ball out there at Bledsoe, and it's Adams at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Brooklyn, we've got Brown, Aldridge out there with Durant, then there's Irving, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot. Now for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or they make them earn their minutes?
Kevin, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster, and really the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future, we're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future.
Now here is Aldridge. Ryan Williamson unable to get his last shot to go.
You know, there are some that say Aldridge likes his mid-range game a little too much, but hey, there's a lot to like about the way he shoots it from there.
Now here's Ball. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Here's Ingram. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
The shot-making ability of Ingram, persistent in how he attacks the defense. I love it.
Brown outside. Here's Aldridge. Here's Durant. He's off on that one. Adams, a nice D. Ingram with it. Picked up by Harris. Ingram attacking.
Major props given up to Ingram for aggressively attacking the rim. Not many guys want to get in this path when he goes like that.
It seems like every team, Greg, needs that one enforcer, that one guy who's going to get under opponent's skin.
Well, in one poll of coaches and players, Adams was voted the second earliest player in the league. One guy said he's real physical, but maybe he crosses the line. Throws the sneaky elbow here and there, commits extra hard fouls, yet Adams usually escapes foul trouble.
And it's Aldridge missing.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And that one's good, Williamson.
Well, that's just the pure strength and explosiveness of Williamson. Easily finishes there through the contact.
Here's Irving. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Here's Aldridge. Hands the 12-footer. Aldridge has got his second bucket of the night.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
Ingram outside. A step back shot here. Here's Adams, banked in off the glass.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Aldridge left side. In the corner, it's Harris. From the arc. Good on the triple.
You know, this is where Harris is most dangerous, one of the very best from behind the arc. His eyes light up when he gets these long distance chances.
Now here's Bledsoe. 14 points from him the last game against Atlanta. Pass to Ingram. Shot clock at 6. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
What about those dribble moves from Ingram? I mean, he's really good at carving his way through whatever the defense throws his way.
Irving passes to Harris. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. Here's Aldridge. And no good that time. Pelicans leading by 5. To the middle. Here's Ingram. And it's sent back by KD.
That extraordinary reach combined with good timing makes Durant a real threat as a shot blocker.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Green in for Harris. Hayes the pass to Ingram. Back to Hayes. Clock at 6. A shot. And the Pelicans get it back. Here's Adams. And the Pelicans miss again. It's trailed by 5. Outside Durant. Fires for 3. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. Covered by Irving. That shot off. The Nets go the other way with it. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and you really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
And so here is New Orleans. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Adams' shot is good.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's Brown on the follow.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Adams in the high post. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here's Irving. Tight defense on him. Here's Jordan, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Jordan's size is part of the reason why he draws as many fouls as he does. They just have a tough time getting through his body without fouling.
This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw good, Jordan.
Jordan to me is one of the more reliable bigs in the league. He takes a lot of punishment and rarely takes a night off.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jeff Green. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Pelicans leading by 4. Ingram outside. Takes the 3, gets the 3-pointer to fall. Ingram's got 9.
Really, Ingram is consistent in nailing these perimeter shots. You got to get a hand up, or he's going to bury it every time.
Brandon Ingram, he's been the guy making things happen for the New Orleans Pelicans. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the grind of an NBA season.
How can we be the best version of ourselves individually every day, and how can we bring that together to make a great group? And I think that's the focus every day. That's tough in itself. That's the pressure in itself, is the getting up and being laser focused on what your job is every day. And I think a lot of guys in this locker room know how to muster up that focus to win basketball games.
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Pelicans' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them wrapped. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. They've got Jackson Hayes, also Ingram out there, and it's Alexander Walker in the shooting guard position. Free throw good from Hayes. Great. One of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite, off the floor, away from the game.
I'll tell you, Kim, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Hayes hits them both. Here's Claxton. Now, here is Irving. Pulls up, high post. Nice, spin off the left rim and in. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
You know, there's really no defense for this. Irving relishes, actually thoroughly enjoys scoring against tight defense.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it. Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Irving gets to Harris. Back to Irving. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. To the right side. Goes up the baseline. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 9-point game. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
They may have wished for more games against definite disparity in talent. We'll see if they take advantage again tonight.
And Griffin sends it back. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep in the second.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Kyrie Irving.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Brandon Ingram is as complete a player as they come. I mean, not only awesome on offense, but spectacular on defense as well.
Offensive rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Griffin traps in the tray. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being the one-dimensional player.
I'll tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. If you look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. They were shocked.
Yeah, and you know, those losses really hurt you. You can't get anything going your way, everything going against you. Very frustrating.
So for the Nets, Aldridge comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Green in for Nicholas Claxton. Here's Ball. And Ball slams it in.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
Irving kicks to Green. Pass to Aldridge. From 12 feet out. Can't hit that one. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Ingram passes the ball. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Back to Brown. And the pass to Aldridge. Over Hayes. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from LaMarcus Aldridge.
You know, sometimes there's just nothing you can do to bother Aldridge. Fantastic scorer, and he stays locked in, too.
Here's Ingram. And stepped up by Ingram.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
The time is 7:05 p.m.
Here's Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Harris has got his second bucket of the night.
Nice step in from the line that time by Harris. Gets those looks because you've got to respect his 3.
Passes to Ingram. Over Harris. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Ingram's got 6 points in the quarter.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
And the first time out call of the game for Brooklyn. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. John Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Well, his flair for the spectacular has you holding your breath every time Kyrie has the ball.
Here's Ball. Rebound, Brooklyn. Irving's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the paint. Out to Harris. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Ingram's got his 4th rebound in this one.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going in this quarter.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out of there.
6 on the shot clock, and that one's good. Ingram.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Nets trail by 7. Irving kicks to Harris. Durant in the corner. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. KD's got 5 now.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the deep.
And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the Pelicans lead by 6. And Irving launches it from deep, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have had their sights set on Kevin Durant, and they've done a terrific job holding him in check. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.